bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Alexis Cairo, and our guest today is Suzanne Mitchell with the Children's Justice Center for Salt Lake County, right?
Yes.
Great to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about the Salt Lake County Children's Justice Center. It is focused on children who have suffered abuse or in domestic violence situations. Is that right, Suzanne?
We're really set up to help children who have been victims of crime because the legal system creates so much pressure on them to be a witness and have to give their testimony. So it was designed to create a new method that makes it more comfortable for children to feel safe to speak up and to be empowered so they can tell us what happened and we can protect them.
So they actually come to you to kind of get comfortable. They don't actually do their testimony in your facility, do they? Or
no, this is the first step with the legal system, and it can really make a difference for a child to experience getting in touch with the fact that they really do have courage and they can speak up and they can make a difference. And that's what really helps children, you know, feel like they can overcome the experience that they went through. And many times there's crimes that were crimes of opportunity and the child really wasn't doing anything wrong, but they were in the wrong place, maybe at the wrong time and by themselves, and somebody took advantage of them. And they're scared and frightened and they don't know what to do. And they definitely need somebody to tell. And they need to be able to say it in a way where they feel like nothing else bad is going to happen to them.
And what are the ages of children that you serve?
We are prepared to serve 17 and under, and it seems like the average age is about 10 years old, where a lot of kids are getting victimized at that school age, or that's when they figure out that they should speak up about it.
And when you say, so this is a crime that has happened to them, not necessarily that they have witnessed. Would you have children that maybe witnessed a domestic violence, or is it something that's actually happened to them?
Most of the cases happens where the child was the target of the crime, but we respond to those other types of cases where the child witnessed maybe a violent act or assault or domestic violence. There's even cases where siblings will be asked to come and tell us what happened when maybe a child was injured because of shaken baby, or they witnessed a sibling being injured. But the vast majority of the cases are unfortunately, sexual violations to children.
Do you have a story, a story that gives us maybe an example of some of the successes, I guess, if you can have a success in that kind of a situation?
Yeah, there's a lot of rewarding experiences through the Children's Justice Center for families and for the staff, because parents come in terrified, just as scared as the children. And we really do a great job at calming down the parents so they feel like there's some hope too. We spend most of our time with the parents. But the child comes into a setting that's just like coming into grandma's house. So you walk into a living room and there's toys and you can play. And so it speaks to the child and they don't even need an invitation to play. They know exactly what those toys are intended for. So the children really adapt to the circumstances right away. And once they're comfortable, we ask them to go into one of our specially decorated child interview rooms with different themes, and they can pick out the room they want. So we've got rooms like the butterfly room and the bluebird room and the giraffe room. And it's intended to make them feel comfortable, but there's no toys in there because we need children to tell us what happened. And this is really important, and we need to know the truth. And so we're helping children feel safe enough to speak up and tell us, and we do record their statements, and we share it with the rest of the agencies that have a piece of the case that are going to be investigating it going forward. But that child's short visit with us for about an hour and a half really lets them know that, you know what, this wasn't so bad. Everybody treated me good. I feel better that I spoke up.
And I'm safe doing it.
And I can go forward and testify in court if needed.
So very quickly, about 45 seconds left, tell us about, you have a couple of fundraisers coming up in April, Cops for Kids and Sounds for Hope.
One of our most exciting events is Cops for Kids at 3 Sizzler locations. One is in Sandy, West Valley, and West Jordan, and you can find out more information on our website. Our other event has turned out to be pretty spectacular, and it's called Sounds for Hope Concert. It's at Libby Gardner Hall, and it's featuring the elite student performers from the Gifted Music School.
Fantastic, and we'll look for more of that information on your website.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being with us. Our guest today has been Suzanne Mitchell with the Children's Justice Center, and I'm Alexis Cairo with Comcast Newsmakers.